Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. Wow, we got all 3 welcomes this time. Oh, how is everyone today? I am having a little bit of trouble waking up. I do have my second cuppa on hand. Thank you, Sid. Oh god. I haven't done the refresh. Thank you. So yeah, hopefully now the feathers will be working. I don't think the other one works unless you actually type in chat, so I didn't realize that sound alerts had its own chat now, but okay. I try to remember to refresh the cache of all the mix-it up stuff before stream because otherwise it doesn't tend to work properly. So the messages come up, just not the overlay stuff. Anyway, today we are gonna be playing Dragon Quest VIII, Journey of the Cursed King. Plan is to hunt for some liquid metal slimes. So I looked it up and we were in the room the whole, right room the whole time, but apparently there's a trick to getting them to spawn. Sorry. And I'm not going to be good at doing that trick. But there is a little island that I can go to try and get liquid metal slimes. So we're going to be leveling up. We're going to hopefully be crafting some rings and stuff like that, but it's going to depend on if I can get some rings to drop. And we do have 4 hours, so we maybe end up taking on Dhoulmagus again, but I really don't know. Alright, so I'm gonna hit that PlayStation button. And send us all over to the PlayStation. I mean, Asian food sounds good, but seriously, closed captions. Alright, so I have my controller. Welcome in, Small. Thank you for the lurk. Hope you guys are having a good time and that is very quiet. I might have to turn it down once we get into the game, but I had to turn the Switch down the other day and it's the same audio. Get used to the controls again. Where our ship is. Hopefully the monsters at sea aren't too bad. Okay, where's the map? Okay, so I need to go up and around and down. Am I going the right way? Nope, I'm going the opposite way. Must be a really, really, really tiny island. Wild boarfish. Okay, so these things might not be that scary. I just kind of assume now that nearly everything on the water is scary. Ah. Sea angels. Oh, I don't think I fixed that on Mix It Up. Yes, you are umphing. Yeah, and you are attacking hat. That one. Alright, can I get Mix It Up? Um... Um... Okay. Sorry about that. I just wanted to fix that one up. All right. I did do a fair bit of tech stuff yesterday. I just forgot one of the things that I was gonna do. I ran into some problems. I thought there was a way to speed up the boat, but I can't remember what it is. A wild tarantula. Is that the land or is that the island? I think that's the land. Yeah, I'm very, very glad that I put one of these two things to sleep. Even with oomph. Damn. Oh, I was supposed to use it on Angus. Yangus. No, you know what? Do use that on yourself, and I will use That was a rough battle. It really does look like that is going to be the... Yeah, that's the land. That is likely to be it. I don't even know if I've ever seen these things. They look scary. Okay, they're not. They kind of look like they were going to be metal, and the fact that I don't remember seeing them before, I was a bit worried they were going to be like those octopus, which I have seen before, but oh, squid. I think they're squid. Um, so there are supposed to be some really good enemies on this island. Some of them a little bit scary, but speaking of the a little bit scary, I mean, a few of those I might get my coins back up. I don't overly need Angelo's magic backup, but it's never gonna hurt to have it as full as possible. And we do have ad breaks coming up as well. I'm trying to keep an eye on it. Platinum sword. Ah, that's not what I meant. Okay, I'm just putting the Templar sword back in the bag and rearranging this sword in Angelo's. Ooh, and taking a sip of tea while it's probably still warm rather than hot. And stretching a little bit. Oh. Oh. Can't believe it's July already. Okay. That looked like just a black box to me, and I'm pretty sure he's got more than that, but I know. No, I had that fixed. I fixed that problem of random shoutouts. Stupid bloody. Oh. All right. I am so not happy. I fixed that for the multiple streams that it has been working. Obviously, that was Sid. No wonder, it was just a black box. I don't think the thingy comes up for those, but stupid tech. What happens if we go through the whole alphabet? I know what they were trying to do. I don't know why it didn't ever happen, but so this is supposed to be a 1 in 10 counter. 1 in 10 encounter for liquid metal slimes. I'm just gonna click. Let them hit whichever one they're gonna hit. Hi, Cactua. Thank you for the luck. I love stream avatars. Oh, God. No one said anything about mimics. We're gonna try and steal some of its magic so that it can't use whack. Ah! Well, at least I have the slimes to try and resurrect myself on. 8 skill points. Wow. Can try putting it to sleep. Well, at least the scary one is dealt, like, has had its attack. But it is gonna get another one. Oh, scary one gone. I'm relatively sure I'm on the right island. Because it does mention the mimics. No, it mentions the cannon boxes. It does not mention the mimics. But for a 1 in 10 liquid slime encounter, a liquid metal slime encounter, I am very confused. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I feel like we've had more than 10 encounters. I haven't exactly been counting, but I mean, I'm not saying I'm not happy for the counter boxes. They are dropping a fair amount of gold, but I came here for liquid metal slimes. How is it that a mimic is more dangerous than a canna box, but they drop less gold? Now I've got 2 of them. Great. No. Okay, that one's gonna get at least 1 attack. So is that one. Stealing magic back. I guess it didn't really steal it, it just disappeared. Oh, they're not a group. If I do not get a liquid slime for my next encounter, I'm going back to Trodane. A Petalil. Nope. Back to Trodane it is. I don't overly feel comfortable that I constantly have to worry about whack. And I'm not getting the encounters that I believed I was going to. Okay, we are going to Seaview Church first. You heal up. We tried. And we did find some interesting things along the way. Yes, yes, I do. I wish I had better luck in the casinos because I would try and get a staff there, but I have really, really bad luck in the casinos. And technically, I can get that same item just later in the game. I don't really want to spend and waste a whole lot of money when I can get something free. Although, to be fair, we've done that with other things. But so apparently there are indeed liquid metal slimes in this room, but there is like a trick or something that people use to get them to spawn. sorry if I'm making anyone other than myself dizzy. Hey, Mononex. Um, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm struggling a little bit, waking up and stuff like that, but having a pretty good day so far. How are you? Is the grind causing a struggle as well? The grind is causing a struggle. Like, I wasn't getting spawns where I was supposed to get them. Tech stuff is causing problems. My automatic shout out broke again and started shouting out random people when I had fixed it. It was shouting out the people it was intended to last thing I knew, but no. Why would it want to do that? So I went to an island that liquid metal slimes are supposed to spawn on. I knew about the cannon boxes, but then, we had a whole heap of mimics turn up. And one of them did use thwack. No, whack, not thwack, thankfully. And just like every time I saw a mimic, I was worried that it was going to use whack. Saw lots of slimes, but absolutely not a single liquid metal slime. And I don't know the trick to get liquid metal slimes to spawn in here. So we're just running it around and around in circles. And I think there's an ad about to start soon. I don't know, that may have been where we went. I went to a little island in the southwest. I got no liquid metal slime spawns, not a single one. I don't know if it's on the map now that I've been there, but I looked it up in between streams. All right, we are going to get an ad break. I'm just going to defeat this wailing weed. It's the only thing left. It just takes one more shot. And then I'll erase the map. I don't know if it's gonna raise. Where's my item bag? Items bag. View bag contents. World map use. It is not on there even though we've been there. I have no idea where Slime Hill is supposed to be. I don't know if it's the same place, but not a single liquid slime. Liquid Metal Slime. It was mean. Can't access Slime Hill without a flying mount. Okay. Yeah, that might be later in the game. We're back from the ad break. Yeah, so apparently there's some stuff late game. But yeah, other people have had the same thing that I've had. They've wanted to grind before they Metal King Slims. Oh, nice. Other people have also wanted to grind before Dhoulmagus because Dhoulmagus. And then someone was like, "Oh, why don't you grind here?" We can't access that area until after, you know, the Dhoulmagus fight. So how are we supposed to grind there? But apparently, and I do say apparently because I don't know if it's skill based, but Angelo's not that far off. Like, he needs another couple of levels before he'll learn multi-heal. Um, but we did get a couple of good things. Thank you, JMA Blazer. Yeah, so we got Yangus learnt something, Jessica's learnt something. I think it was Jessica that learnt something anyway. No, I'm thinking of if I could have got my hands on that rod. It could have been because it was last week that they learned these things, I think. I think Jessica learned something today though. So I learned Zap and Zing. So now we have two people that can resurrect at least. And possibly full heal. So Yangus learned Kabuff, which means I don't have to rely on Angelo to buff. I can buff with Yangus and heal with Angelo. I'm just gonna use that on her. I have no idea where the courage tree is. Oh, the courage. As in, yep. I thought you meant like I had to find a tree in the game that was the courage tree, but you mean main party's courage. Which I have been working on, but I've also put a lot into boomerangs. Oh yeah, 16 SP for a full group heal would be amazing. yes. I thought maybe there was a courage tree in the Darklands or something. And I'm intentionally, I know it's a really, really old game and most of the people watching have probably played it, but I'm intentionally not trying to give away all spoilers by saying Darklands instead of the specific place. That's another battle I am not looking forward to. But that is a long way off at this point. Woo! Our first liquid metal slime! We've at least seen one now. Yeah, we get like an extra chance to attack, but and it attacked us instead of fling. Yep. Yeah, I don't have any of the instant crit skills, unfortunately. I have insta death skills, but I don't think they're gonna work on any that like metal opponent. But like at least we have it. We've actually seen one. We confirm they exist. I've always taken a Yangus down scythes. For the stealing ability, but so far in this game, it hasn't really worked, to be honest. I wish I'd taken him down axis. And I could be wrong, but I don't think you have a reset option in this game. $11. I don't overly know them by number if you say the title. Like, I know the name, Eric. But I can't. I don't know the numbers. I know the names of the Dragon Quest. Oh. Echoes of an Elusive Age. Okay. Now I know what you're talking about. I have definitely played it. I have it somewhere. I think that one I've got on PlayStation 4. I could be wrong. I have so many on DS and 3DS, it's not funny, but I think that one I got on PS4. I mean, it might be on Switch, but I'm pretty sure I've pretty sure my version is. I don't think I've played a lot of it, but I could be wrong. There were some that I really, really struggled with. Just the interest factor, not the gameplay. So there's a couple of the like memory sort of ones, or like you don't play as the same person the whole game. I'm not talking oh, Hand of the Heavenly Bride where you like play as the kids. I'm talking like each chapter you're a new person. Um I think one of them was Chapters of the Chosen, yeah, and one of them was potentially Realms of Reverie, but I can't remember. I know there were two. I just can't remember which two. So I can understand the good parts of that, like yeah, so they all had set roles and stuff like that. I'm not against that. I'm not against the choice. I'm just like which honestly, I haven't seen or I don't remember seeing in any other game. In any other Dragon Quest. Yes, yeah. I quite enjoyed his, although it was a bit hard to save some of the money. There is quite a lot of grinding for that one. Um, I know if you like know the trick, there's an easier way to do it. Don't get me wrong, but um, and there goes your curse. Um, but no, I liked his story arc because it was different, but it's also one of the hardest to complete. I don't think I've actually completed it yet because I think I need the money to open the tunnel, but I could be wrong. Um Oh no, actually I think I did do that. I think I'm on to the next chapter. Um but like I said, I don't think I've ever seen like another Dragon Quest game where you actually had that sort of um frequency of item drops and the ability to take them somewhere, dump them, and have them sold. Although I really don't think his missus was doing that while I was gone, I'd come back and there was no money made and like all the items were still there. So I really don't know, but I'm really, really looking forward to. Well, obviously, I'm looking forward to finishing this. Don't get me wrong. It feels a lot longer than it has been. Um, because I started it so long ago. At the same time, I started other things that we've gone through nearly 20 um streams of. But I think this is maybe the 10th of this one. Um, but I'm looking forward to getting through it now that we've got the 3DS so that I can give chat what they've been asking for. And that is Sentinels of the Starry Skies. Oh, awesome. Thank you. I don't think so. Are you in my Discord? Um, Unfortunately, I had to disable links initially to stop some of those people trying to sell me viewers. I appreciate they're providing a service and stuff like that, don't get me wrong, but it's like, no, I'd rather earn my viewers. And there goes the enemy's curse. Awesome. Thank you very, very much. I will be able to post that in my Discord because I will be able to find it under clips of my channel. Big brain. Thank you very, very much. Clips are very much appreciated. Um, so game sound is pretty quiet, but in the clip, okay. I have just turned the game sound up as much as I possibly can. Um, but yeah, I have it set that like it doesn't get recorded on my VODs and stuff like that, so maybe it stops it from getting recorded on clips as well. I don't know. Um, because sometimes it has issue with the game noises. Like I'm playing the game, how do you have issue with the noise that is part of the game? It boggled my mind. It really did. So unfortunately, like those people watching the VODs don't get to see, they only get to see the gameplay. Oh my god, that would have uh yeah, I really don't understand how people say like spawns happen so quickly and easily, and I don't know what trick they're using. And I don't know if it's like on the 3DS instead of the PlayStation 2. It very well could be that. Um like I said, playing it on DS or 3DS was not an option when I started playing this, and it is such a wonderful game. It really is. So was Rogue Galaxy that we were streaming at some point. Um, I don't think any of that is up on YouTube. I think we stopped streaming it before I had YouTube. Um, but I like introducing people to amazing games that they might not know of. Um, and then I find people and they're like, yeah, no, I know that game. I love that game. And it's like, yeah, it's absolutely awesome, isn't it? Um, but that is part of the reason why starting tomorrow we're streaming Fantasy Life, the original that's on 3DS. Um, because a lot of people playing the new Fantasy Life didn't even know that there was a precursor. Well, at least it got you right. I did have to delete the target username that I had put under, like after the ARG username. I kept the ARG username because that actually targeted the right person. So, welcome in to chat, JMA Blazer. Um, I mean, to be fair, I went to a little island where you're supposed to get encounters with liquid metal slimes. Game said no. But, we have finally encountered a liquid metal slime. And at least I know I'm in the right room. Because I did look that up as well. Yes, the game did give me first strike, but it still ran away. It gave me first strike, then it attacked me. Um, and I still couldn't finish it off. It negated a lot of hits. So I'm someone suggested maybe going back to an area where there's a lot of um I don't think whistle Oh well, at least not everyone's cursed this time. I don't think Whistle is available in this. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's an option in maybe I do. Maybe that's what they were using. Does Yangus know a whistle? I'm stupid. Your kind of weather, but damn, it's outside. Yeah. Not my kind of weather. Not in the slightest. Thank you to JMA Blazer for, reminding me that Whistle exists. And I don't think it's yeah, it doesn't take any MP, which means can keep can keep using it. I mean, I did like that in Sentinels of the Starry Skies that I could target the mobs that I wanted drops from. Thank you. Alright, I am getting attacked. We are definitely gonna need to heal some of our people. I am stretching and like almost yawning at the same time. Oh, back to the island. Whoa, we're gonna have a party. Whoa, in the Mediterranean Sea. So yeah, I was talking about doing Fantasy Life tomorrow and I completely forgot. I'm actually going to the doctor's in the morning. which means that I hope we still stream, but it's likely to put me in a very uncomfortable place and mood, having to leave the house. So I cannot guarantee that we will be streaming tomorrow, but I will still try at least. Okay, I'm just gonna like heal everyone. And I still needed that anyway because we're using a whistle. Ah! What? And here I thought we'd been all through the castle. We are gonna have to go treasure hunting, indeed. I wish they showed on the map. Or it showed like what rooms you haven't been into. Like they were darker on the map or something like that. Not that it means I haven't missed treasure chests somewhere. I do tend to get lost in Trodaine Castle though. I really do. Alright. Well, we know we're here. I know I've been in this room, but... A Pancham! I'm pretty sure we've broken everything, but we're still gonna... Just in case. Anyone want to try and catch that panda? Okay, I can't get up there. I don't see any pouches hanging on the walls. Okay, this room. Check. Not that I know what this room is on the map, but this room, check. I know we have a map for... I could have sworn we had a map for Trodaine Castle. We don't even apparently have the map. Okay, we're going along the front of the castle. That is as far as I can get along the front of the castle. I did indeed update those, that particular message. To include the new 3DS stuff. Some of the other games are definitely going to have to wait until we've finished some other games. So the Rune Factory ones are probably going to be after I've finished Rune Factory. I don't think I'm going to be finished Stardew Valley anymore anytime soon, since I'm a little bit stuck there as well, although I did look that up as well. And people are saying that the answer to that is staircases. Alright, so this is that part of this room that we couldn't access before. And this feels like the first staircase I've encountered. But yes, while I do intend Thursdays to be OG Fantasy Life, there may also be the occasional random game thrown in here or there that people have asked about, kind of like we did with Friends of Mineral Town. Thank you, Dance. And welcome in. Okay, apparently the headset was sitting a little bit weird on my head, which meant that I wasn't hearing things as loud as they are. It's getting better. It's getting better. We have been having trouble finding the monster that we were after. Mix It Up decided not to do one of those shout outs properly, even though I thought I'd fixed it. Okay, I cannot do any more of this than I've looked at. There are no doors and that is blocked off. And then we found out we've missed 7 treasure chests or treasures somewhere in this castle. So we're going to go look. We're on a quest for treasure. We are going to be the dragons. Yeah, by pure accident. We did actually encounter... So it's not necessarily all chests, it's just treasures. So some of them could be in barrels like this, I think. Although I thought I'd got all of those. I also thought, well, we haven't. obviously. So that is probably one of them. I also thought we had a map of Trodain Castle, but the map button is not opening. It's not opening a map, so... And given the laughing face, I probably missed a joke somewhere. But... I give up. I'm not looking at closed captions. I'm intentionally not looking. Alright. I know we've been in this corridor, or at least one very similar to it, but I don't... Ooh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I slightly said that wrong. I have to find 7 treasures. I keep forgetting about wind sickles. I think so. So I have 2 keys. So I think the magic key is the second one. I can tell you when I get out of this battle. I'm pretty sure I have the magic key. That one. I do indeed have the magic key. There are a lot of doors off of here. So which one did I come through? I think I came through that small one. I may not have had the magic key when I came here before. Okay, I didn't realize that I hadn't been through this cutscene yet. This is why I thought he was the descendant of who I thought he was. And then I've seen on this playthrough something that makes me think I might have been wrong. Having never got to the end of the game, I do not know I mean, I'm pretty sure Sid is feeling the same as that. Would prefer not to hear the rain considering he has to go to work later. Although, what I heard when I went to bed last night was a lot worse than rain. Sid was due home in a couple of hours after that, so we've had some pretty bad gales and stuff like that this winter. I don't know, I'm just clicking on random targets at this point. I feel like I've read that. I have because it didn't tell me I'd learnt a new recipe. And here is how I am gonna get well and truly lost. And I already have. So this was the door I went through, not the one on the other side. You may want to retype that if you're trying to catch. I know sometimes you like I've done that and it's like, oh no, no. Figure out at the last second that I'd misspelt it. No one's told me, and I don't have time to catch, so. I missed out on a woobat earlier. So not happy. I used a great ball. Nope. I will probably be taking a very short break the next time we get an ad, which should be in about somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes. I might be back before the end of the ad break, but I don't know. I'm assuming this is Princess Medea's room. Although no, because she had a balcony all of her own. And I do not see a balcony. Okay. So I still need to go through there, don't get me wrong. Or at least I think I do. I don't remember that. All I remember is they were talking out on the balcony. At some point. Or at least that's how I remember it. I could be getting it wrong. Well, there was a piano there, but it wasn't in the bedroom. It was like in the room. Ooh. I forgot these things can actually be dangerous. Alright. I'm healing Jessica. I am not gonna wait until we get into another battle, even though the majority of things in here aren't overly scary. Okay, so that doesn't actually go anywhere. Oh, it does? But it's the same staircase. So I'm okay. I've looked at everything, I think. Was there a room off of this other big one? Because I got really worried that I was missing stuff and getting messed around. You think that's the staircase to the chests? Nice. In that case, that'll be 4 treasures. Because we found one in the barrel that was some coins. There's not a room out of here, is there? Nope. No, I don't think I can break that one. Nope. That's another reason I'm beginning to think that I might be descended from someone different than I thought. Is the closeness with Medea. Although I'm I doubt it, but the 2 people I'm thinking of could very well be one and the same person. All right, we have the ad break coming up in just under 2 minutes. when I find out who the father is. Ah, no. I mean, I want to switch to axes, but I think it's kind of too late at the moment. Okay, we're not going to the right because we can't go to the right. Oh, there's another one. There's the map. Oh, God. Maybe I'll get slightly less lost. Okay, the ad break is about to start. Alright. I'm gonna go back because it's likely there's less on this side than there is. There's less on the other side than there is on this side. But yeah, alright, I will be right back. Alright, and now I am back as well. Although I do have to set up my seat a little bit. It is not an automatic. I mean, River Room is the tiny one, right? It's not the full truck-like thing. It's the tiny one out of that evolves into the truck. Oh, okay. I'm thinking of a room, yes. Coughing, not sneezing, but thank you, Mononex. Sometimes it can sound very, very similar. That is one of the things I will be talking to the doctor about those tomorrow, so. Yeah. So, don't get me wrong, I've lived with the cough long enough that woo! Well, it still got me here. Okay, and this even the magic key can't get me in there. And I see 4 chests in there. So I must need the ultimate key, which I do not have. Unless I have to, like, use the magic key. I got no idea. It's not gonna let me back in. It is. It's just being difficult. Okay. It doesn't even tell me that anything is locked or... Like, it just... Okay, there it goes. The door is locked. I was trying to, you know, open the menu, but... So there's 4 in there. And... I think I found another 1, so that's 5 out of 7. Oh, yeah. I forgot about the map. I forgot about the map. So yeah, 6 out of 7. So I am only missing 1. Now I just have to find my way back down there though. Which yes will be easier with the map, but still. Into courage. There you go, that's the one. I don't think I can get through this door though. I think I gotta go the long way around. I mean, it's not locked, it's just got 20 tons of thorns on it. Yes, 7! We know where the other 4 are, we just can't get to them. You little... Much of a muchness. Neither of them overly need healing, but it's not gonna hurt. And, it's probably the most useful thing she can do without using a spell at the moment. I got my ticket for the long way round. So it was this way. I think I can go over there, but I can't remember. Nope, I can't. So it did come from this one. I mean, if there's Hunter mechs here, there's probably Metal Slimes here too. I just know from information I've read, as well as that's where we found our one and only, that the liquid metal slimes do spawn in that room near the library. I don't know. Maybe it's Medea's dowry and you can't actually access it. Nope. Definitely not what I want. Thank you. Hopefully you managed to stay safe too. Thankfully I am not going out in this weather. Although who knows what it's going to be like tomorrow. Um, Thank you for dropping in. I'm glad you got to see at least a little bit of the Dragon Quest stream. Well, I say a little bit. It's probably been the at least half. At least half. Maybe. Um. Thank you for the luck. I am indeed a little bit spaced out. Not as bad as some days, but yeah, we're going all the way down. And then through the big chamber. Nope. You can use that. Since we still haven't leveled up enough. At least it's not fully healing the dragon thorn. Those things are a thorn in my side. I forgot to grab the tissues on that last ad break, and I was going to. They are just behind me, but I will try to wait until the next ad break. At least we're getting lots of free medicinal herbs. That one. Ugh, itchy. Maybe it's close to spawning. We are getting a whole heap of these hunter mechs in this one. There's 4 of them. I doubt we're gonna be that lucky that it's the next spawn, but I can hope. A Cofagrigus. No such luck. Dragonthorn. No. Bad infernal armor. We'll go 8 on that one and make it even. I don't mind when it's a 5, but I probably should have healed with Jessica, but I saw Yangus's health bar and I was like, maybe a good idea, but more Hunter Max. I have not found your prey yet either. I am also on the lookout for those elusive metal slimes. Thank you, Cactua. Hope you're doing well. We're having a bit of bad luck on the slime hunt. But we had good luck on the treasure hunt, at least mostly. We did find out that we still can't get into the locked treasure room. But we found all the other treasures that aren't in that room. And we are increasing levels. It's just a little slower than I had intended. And I could be wrong. Oh, Angelo. I thought they said I'd gone up a level. I must be a little bit more out of it than I thought. We have a Tib Tib who has just gotten up for breakfast. I can't remember in this one if you actually have to beat the enemy to add it to the beast book, not just see it. Fun! So she's still not well. I mean, it's probably not helping that she's currently eating last night's dinner. But she was eating biscuits and now she's... I mean, at least it was a new plate, I think, last night. But... Liquid Metal Slime! Oh, we're taking a break? We are definitely taking this break. I want to see if we manage to do this. And I want chat to be there if we do this. Sadly, I don't think moves like sleep work on these either, so... Okay, where is our monster book? Yeah, because it's a defeated monster list, it's not going to appear until I've defeated it. Which, if it keeps running away... I wonder if I try a war cry, it'll work. I'm just clicking. I don't think this battle is going to be that difficult, other than the Dragonthorn being a little annoying. It's not as dangerous now as when I first came here, don't get me wrong. So I want to stop the I want to stop the slime from... Oh, good. Yeah. So they have a different move for... I think it's... Yeah, they have cock-a-doodle-doo for sleep in a lot of the games. Sobering slap, yeah. Yeah, I know I had him in my party for a while. I don't know if I kept him after I got other options. I think I did, but I really don't remember. It's been a very long time. I haven't bought or played the remake. The next game I'm getting is definitely gonna be the new Fantasy Life when my tax comes through. I did want that. And then it's not that I'm not interested in the remakes. I am. I'm just prioritizing. I love the Dragon Quest series, don't get me wrong, but I think I probably enjoyed Fantasy Life so much that yeah. And yeah, I was getting way too addicted to Fantasy Life I while watching Meg play. I'm I'm glad I didn't end up caving and buying it like, but at the same time I want it so much. You gonna curse us all again? No, just the majority of us. I'm already cursed. I couldn't attack anyway. Well, Angelo. I was meaning. There is no point in wrapping me in a thorny cage. I mean, maybe if I went to the island and tried whistle, but at the same time, like I said, I wasn't enjoying constantly being afraid that the mimics were going to use whack. Yeah, I really do enjoy the games where you've got an option of buying, but you can also choose to level up your crafters and craft instead. Um, I think that's part of the reason I like Final Fantasy 14. I mean, it's a good game in general, don't get me wrong, but other than the fact that I'm not entirely skilled enough on my gatherers and crafters, although do try to keep them up higher. Um, just at the moment, I don't know if I'm up to timed things or if I can't get materials because I can't go further. I think it's a mixture of the two. Um, I am starting to yawn a lot. I really want to get this metal slime, but I'm also considering calling it 3 hours instead of 4 because we're just doing the same thing over and over, and I don't feel like that's interesting for other people. I don't mind grinding, although to be fair, like I do have a point that I get to where grinding is a bit tiring. Um, but I also want chat to enjoy and not be bored out of their minds. I mean, I guess there is the excitement of maybe we'll find a liquid metal slime and even more at the potential of actually beating it, but oh, so much yawning. I don't think the cold weather is helping either. I mean, to be fair, I did really enjoy. Well, that is a lot of Hunter mechs. I did really enjoy Sentinels of the Starry Skies because partway through it you could choose your own character. Like choose your own party and how you were gonna you weren't limited to so for this one, not that it's bad, but the main character is swords and or boomerangs, or spears. Um, whereas I could have like an option for boomerangs, or I could have the main character as an archer. Um, or a magic user. Well, I don't know if I could do it with the main character, but true, true. But that's kind of the problem. It's like, well, is the main character supposed to be attacking or is the main character supposed to be healing? Um um whereas in Sentinels of the Starry Skies, I can have an attacker, a magic attacker, a healer, and I think the other one I generally go for is a thief. So the main character still learns magic healing and whatnot, don't get me wrong, but I mean, to be fair, Omni Heal, well, to be fair, even a multi heal will be so useful against Dhoulmagus. Which is why I'm trying to level, but these liquid slimes are saying, no, we are not going to appear. And if we do, we're gonna flee. It's you are too scary. Yeah, but I'm not gonna try and do it like when people aren't watching and have that like brilliant moment. That's why I still grind, even though it's annoying. I mean, if I die, people are gonna want to see it. If I beat this really amazing monster or like the liquid metal slime that is so hard to keep around, people are gonna want to see that. It's really, really, not great before that, but oh, I mean, that's kind of good though. I get really annoyed when I'm so close to having something killed off and then it gets fully cured, especially if it's got high defense. I mean, to be fair, the other times when we've encountered a lot of dragon thorns, we've got liquid metal slimes soon after, but I really don't want to hold my breath. Being cursed is not nice, but I would rather be cursed than attacked by this dragon thorn. Elusive metal slime! But we didn't get first option of hitting. Does anyone know if war crime actually works on them? Okay. There is something else I want to do. I'm gonna, stop hunting metal slimes for now. Yeah. Um. Okay, what am I after? I am after bloody hands, a Diablos, or ghouls. Eastern Argonia. I know I've seen Diablos. Ah. Kingdom of Trodane. Okay, so they might be less dangerous if they're in an earlier area. And they're closer. They are indeed cowards. Although, to be fair, when I'm playing League, I run away if I'm low health as well. Especially if I'm playing someone really squishy. Okay, so we can spawn mobs here. Nope. We do have the outbreak incoming. I mean, at least we're switching up what we're hunting a little bit because that was starting to get to me a little bit. Now that I know mobs can spawn here and we should be in the Kingdom of Trudane, since we're right outside the castle. Thank you. Nope, because of course not. I do not understand why his Steal Sickle is really not working. It's not as though, you know, we have low points anymore on the sickle. And Yangus does indeed have his inventory not full. Oh, we haven't actually seen it happen yet. Now we've seen it happen. Um, Oh, okay. No, I'm gonna hit the buttons, but we will not attack with. Well, we're not attacking with Angelo anyway, but give oomph to Yangus, and we will make sure that the team is kabuffed. Just in case this happened, as the outbreak kicked in. Obviously, you won't have seen the command, but we've run into this, like these 4 monsters once before, but they didn't choose to combine. Alright, we are back. It wasn't as bad as I was worried about, but the mumbo jumbo. Ickenbockum. Yes. Ickenbockum, Ickenbockum, Ickenbockum. See, I think of the YouTube streamer, but yes, you are entirely right. It has been a very long time since I've played or had the opportunity to play Banjo-Kazooie. I loved that. I loved Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Kazooie 2. They were brilliant games for their time. Okay, will we get lucky this time? Probably not. Nope, still no drop. I can't remember if I accidentally used wind sickles instead of steel sickle though. I did indeed. Because it's a different animation. Now, I don't know what the percentage is on it dropping the item I'm after, but this is really starting to become like those bunnies in the beginning of the game where I couldn't get them to drop a tail. And I am getting really, really annoyed. That's another thing I like about realms of um um uh not realms of reverie. Um Sentinels of the Starry Skies and Echoes of the Elusive Age is that at least drops aren't completely elusive. There you go. If it did indeed do that when the ad was about to start or starting, at least we've now seen the command as well. The wonderful thing about oomph instead of psyching up. Not that psyching up is bad, but not what I'm after. I mean, that's not a bad drop. I probably won't get the drop I'm actually after, but I I really, really thought that this was the build to choose. But his Steal Sickle is doing nothing. I don't know if I've got a single drop, honestly, from him using Steal Sickle. I've got random drops, but yeah, give me the random drops. Don't give me what I want with Steal Sickle. Correction, don't give me anything with Steal Sickle. Like, I'm not even getting a secondary drop that I'm less interested in. I'm just getting nothing. uh I mean, I understand the more I fight of them, the more I'm gonna get drops, but this is just rubbing salt in the wound. I'm not just getting the drops and it's not telling me, am I? That is a no, but we are going to... free up a little bit more space. Okay, so there are spare gold braces, but there are no spare gold rings, which is what I am trying to hunt. I probably do have a gold ring equipped and I could probably change it for a gold bracelet, but um do I indeed? Okay, I can't do that. I was hoping that I could just clean up my inventory instead of having to clean up everyone's and some of the items I want to keep. No, I'll just keep those. What I was trying to do... No, I do not have a single gold ring. Which is strange. Unless it shows up somewhere else. That is very, very strange. Because I really don't think I've thrown anything out. And I don't think I've sold... I could be wrong. I might have sold it before I looked at crafting. And thought, no, I've got gold braces, we're gonna be fine. Trust me, Mumbo Jumbo, you have nothing to be furious about compared to, you know, my hunts, which are going absolutely horrible. I am sorry, kitties. Yay, more Diablos! I used the wrong one. Yes! Oh, it was a gold bracer. Ah. But at least I finally got an item using Steal Sickle. Okay, where is... So I want East Argonia. Which may very well be where I am. But it might also only be at Night Monster. I mean, I've made money. I'm pretty sure that was at approximately 6,000 when we started. So we've made 7,000. For now, yes. We have about half an hour left. Okay, so is this East Argonia? I would think so. Okay, so at least I know my defenses work because these are relatively current enemies. So I have not managed to get to that. Treasure chest yet. A Spitnik! I did renew the magic, so... Right, saber cats! I haven't been using wind sickles a lot, unless it's been unintentional. Okay, I did not realize we were taking the ad break. It's not overly surprising given the time, but... Alright, we have one saber cat left. I mean, it is a super cat, but I did say saber cat. Thankfully, dinner should not take too long to cook tonight. I am going to be cooking pasta, but angel hair pasta. And no, not my hair. We are definitely east of... But this is east of... This is east of Baccarat. I still think that I'm likely to... Tell me. Find what I'm after at night anyway, but... Tink-a-tink. Nice. Free attack round. And free healing. Not that I was in a lot of trouble, but... Whoa! Not so machos. We really need to take out that third one. Really, really need to take out that third one. Since it's oomph, the sarcastic snigger wouldn't work, but... Okay. Done. Goodbye. Crisis averted. Yes. Alright, I think I am in East Argonia now. Although that way might be closer to East Argonia. I'm definitely east of Argonia. Bulldozers. You're trying to paralyze me. Got it. Give me some ghouls, please. I am intentionally running around to try and make it nighttime. A king cure slime. Thank you. Good timing. And a good idea to defend in case they manage to attack first. She is still so damn squishy. So I don't think using a whistle will get the time to pass. And I do want it to be nighttime. We're gonna have some roast beef. I think like sleep tingle gets fixed when we leave the battle. Poison doesn't seem to. feel like these might have something like bounce or magic barrier. Can't remember. I mean, it's a lot of experience. It's annoying, but it's a lot of experience. Oh. Yeah, nope. Although, this could be that treasure chesty thing that I saw, because I did see something yellow over there as well. Oh boy, no. Oh. I can breathe again. No, this is not where I was thinking. The bell enemy's nose was kind of suffocating, right? I was just so worried. Thank you, Alistair. I was just so worried because of the level up. Turns out I didn't have to be, but good peoples. I kind of wasn't entirely watching, and I don't know if it used oomph. And even if it did, it didn't necessarily use it on itself. Okay, we're good. This is not where I was thinking, and therefore not where the treasure chest is. You stay away from me. Crab roller. Alright, I have about 10 minutes, so I don't think I'm actually gonna see the enemy I was after. I think we are gonna head back to the, yeah, because of course I get those drops. We are gonna head back to the church, heal up, save, and then I plan to raid out. Raid, not right, raid out. If Meg is still on, I will raid Meg, although she might not be going much longer either. That also implies that there is someone on, although it is early enough in my day that there should be. I'm not one of those really good streamers who's good at checking before they decide to raid and finding out who's on and if they're going to be continuing. I know Meg was streaming when I started. I was there for the voting section, but that was about it. And a bit beforehand. I do not. Alright. I do need to dip my head over and turn the PlayStation off. And press that button, I will look at raids while I am giving the thank you speech. So thank you to everyone who joined us today, whether you were in chat, lurking. Okay, Meg is not still streaming. I don't think I actually have anyone I'm comfortable raiding. That is a little bit surprising. So yeah, thank you to everyone who joined us today. Thank you to everyone who did their daily redeems, any other redeems, absolutely everything. Thank you to everyone who was giving me advice about the game. I don't like spoilers too much, and backseating, but I do like advice. So thank you very, very much for that. Yeah, thank you to all the regulars who were here. Thank you to all the newcomers who were here. Thank you to absolutely everyone who is supporting this channel and helping it keep going and growing. Much, 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 much appreciated. I will be back later tonight after I've had some time to do get good rest. Thank you, Alistair. Unfortunately, we had to take out the target username again because it started targeting random people again, despite the fact that ARG1 username was before target username. So, yeah, I will be getting some good rest, some yummy, yummy food. I won't be sleeping. It's only another just under 3 hours before I stream again. At just over 3 hours before I stream again. It's just going to be a little bit of rest, uploading this VOD to YouTube. Taking a little bit of a breather and getting some yummy, yummy pasta. So, hopefully everyone else is doing well and taking care as well. Obviously, the raiding out didn't entirely work as planned, but thank you everyone for absolutely everything. I hope to see you later for... Oh god, I changed my schedule. I think it's Pokemon. Yes, it's Pokemon. It is gonna take me a little bit to relearn the schedule and where I've moved everything around to. Like I was saying, I hope to be streaming tomorrow, but I do have to go out in the morning for a doctor's appointment. So I'm not sure what my condition is going to be by the time I get home. And yeah, but fingers crossed we get that first fantasy live stream going. Anyway, thank you